Welcome! Today we'll be presenting our Thesaurus for Southern California native plants, which have dual use as both medicinal plants and in butterfly gardens. This presentation will introduce our Thesaurus and the process of creating it, including domain analysis, term extraction, facet analysis, relationship analysis, and final term selection. First, let's review what medicinal plants are. Plants have been used as a source of medicine since the beginning of humankind to treat a broad range of illnesses and injuries, and many compounds, originally found occurring within plants, are now used in synthetic drugs. The oldest recorded information on the medicinal uses of plants was found on a Sumerian slab created over 5,000 years ago. In recent years, an aversion to synthetic drugs has become more common, and there's been a corresponding increase in interest and demand for herbal remedies. However, herbal remedies are not without possible problems, and a physician can often help provide info on using medicinal plants safely. There are many databases and websites dedicated to providing information on medicinal plants. Here are some of the most useful ones we found, and if you'd like to visit any of these sites, use the links in the description below. Please be aware that this presentation is not intended to be used as medical advice, and we recommend consulting a physician before consuming or applying medicinal plants or products. We created this thesaurus as an information retrieval aid for novice or amateur gardeners living in the Southern California area who have an interest in creating and enjoying native gardens whose plants both attract butterflies and have medicinal properties for humans. Although this thesaurus focuses specifically on Southern California, those looking to create gardens in neighboring regions with similar clients may benefit from using this thesaurus as well. Although our thesaurus does connect plant species to the common symptoms they help treat, this thesaurus is not intended to provide information on the edibility of the plant species or medical advice within it. We recommend that you conduct further research and consult with a medical professional before consuming any plants or using any treatments created from the documents that could be indexed with this thesaurus. We discovered that our initial domain, all medicinal plants, was too broad, so to narrow our domain, we decided to focus on medicinal plants in Southern California. And after consulting several databases and gardening websites to better understand the potential user base of this thesaurus, we further narrowed the focus to plants that could also be used in a butterfly garden. Our domain specifically includes home gardeners interested in creating gardens with plants native to Southern California that have medicinal properties while supplying nectar to butterflies and other pollinators. Important resources include plant databases, medical websites, the FDA, and the USDA. To gather terms, each group member collected at least 30 terms from 2 of the 6 sections we initially divided our domain into. We compiled our terms from reputable websites that provide basic information on the important topics within our domain. After we compiled terms, each group member provided their initial evaluation of how the terms were related. Then, we entered information into the Synaptica database to continue collaborating on the thesaurus. Here are the main resources we used for term extraction. We created facets using Aitchison's fundamental facets as a guide, but we made adjustments to fit our domain. We used the space, place, location, environment facet because it was relevant to our domain. We created 3 other facets to logically group the rest of our terms. Medicinal concepts, which includes complementary and alternative medicine, dosing, risk factors, medical treatments by preparation or by delivery method, and medical treatments by symptom or illness. Plants, which includes plant descriptors, harvesting and preparation techniques, plant parts and plant species names, and finally resources, which includes authoritative organizations and texts central to our domain. We use the standard broader term, narrower term, related term, use, and used for relationship indicators from the ANSI-NISO standard. And similarly, we use the ANSI-NISO rules to govern the selection of concepts and terms. The specific parts of standards we used are listed here. At the end of the relationship analysis, we compiled an alphabetical index with term descriptors for each term, following the ANSI-MISO standard. We met on multiple occasions to evaluate our preferred and non-preferred terms and to discuss our domain subfacets. Then, we changed our terms into the proper forms and added scope notes as necessary. Our final thesaurus includes 4 facets, 12 subfacets, 148 terms, which are divided among 127 preferred terms and 21 non-preferred terms. And these terms all share 326 thesaurial relationships. Here is an excerpt from both our alphabetical and hierarchical indices. Creating our thesaurus involved multiple steps, including domain analysis, term extraction, facet analysis, relationship analysis, and final term selection. The resulting alphabetical and classified indices have a domain structure that will allow terms and plants to be added by either a hobbyist or a professional in the future. If the selection of plants expanded to species that did not both attract butterflies and have medicinal properties, then the thesaurus could be modified by adding additional terms to fit a broader plant domain. Once again, our thesaurus is not meant to be used as medical advice, and thank you for learning about our thesaurus. Here is a list of the sources referenced in this presentation and credits for the photos used. This info can also be found in the description below.